We are live.
We're live.
Shit. We are. Just like that.
I know we didn't have the cool. We got to get the cool intro thing going in on there.
Yeah, dude, we're scrubs, man. We're scrubs.
It'll be there in time.
I know Drew's going to take care of that next time. Next time he's going to take care of that. It's going to be awesome. Very campy and fun and frolicky.
Well, so let's give him an intro then, Tom. So welcome to this year's Float 2026. It's 2026, the 7th annual Float live stream, right? So, I'm Ogre. I'm some fucking nerd. We got the fabulous Tom Wood here next to me, and in the back we got old Drucifer hanging out, fucking making sure that this isn't more of a shit show.
Yeah, this is the first year I can see Drew and back there behind you. We can chastise him as the show continues. So that's awesome.
So we got we got in a new studio here this year, and it's still cluttered as fuck. We're still putting it all together. So for right now, me and Drew are sharing an office until we make room. So.
All right. Well, it's good to be back. I don't know how many months of hiatus we had since August. Or wait a second, no, since June of last year. We've kind of been on hiatus, waiting for the next season to start. So, how many months is that? Is that
it's been like 5 months, man. We're 5 months away from the lives,
Yeah, it's good to be back. But anyway, we've got this whole new season that we're starting right now that we're really excited. I'm very excited about it because I love the theme of it. The whole 80s slasher theme just goes so well with Many Islands in the Float. And us kind of, embracing that for this year, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. There's so much potential that we can do with it. So I'm looking forward to see what the theme does.
Even outside of the 80s slasher, think every cheesy ass summer camp trope you've ever seen, and for any of the homies that have been to summer camp, church camp, fat camp, dare camp, whatever it was, we're gonna have a lot of that a lot more activities planned this year, a lot more going on, and think you're actually going to summer camp, right? So when all you fuckers missed that while you were sitting in juvie, here's your chance to finally fucking get out and experience it, right?
So what you're telling me, this is going to be a mix between Friday the 13th and every summer slasher movie and Meatballs. So we're going to embrace every trope that goes with
not just slashers, man, not just horror films. We're juggalos, right? So we gotta have some of that in there for sure, But I think every trope out there, fucking let's see if we can't get someone to jam a flute up somewhere, a band camp or something, you never know, man. Any kind of camp you can think of, that's what we're doing,
This one time, band camp?
This one time. And the cool thing is, and this was, I don't know if I'm letting stuff out of the bag when it comes to this, but as far as, us greeting everybody this year at the Float, it's going to be very summer campy. So
yes,
I'm seeing very 80s style. And I went back and I watched Friday the 13th again, since you said that, and everybody had these ringer tees, with the white shirt with a navy collar and navy little bands on the end of them with this ridiculous font on there. And still most of our staff, they're working out of the belief in the Float. We didn't have no money to afford to pay staff last year. We've done nothing but lose it. So the one thing I do want to make sure is every fucking, all the staff that's there do have some dope gear too. I don't want to leave them standing around feeling too cheesy, but that is something that we can definitely say too, though, is, instead of crew, instead of staff,
we're going to have camp counselors, right? You know, and I mean, you know, whistles around their necks, clipboard in their hand, ready to wallop the shit out of you with it if you're fucking up, you know.
Those little brown shorty shorts.
Yeah, I don't know about little brown shorts. I don't. Maybe a few of the homies will be about it, but yeah, dude, I'll kick somebody's ass. You try to come at me with those, yo.
There's plenty of people, especially the girls, that want to have the tight shirts and the tan shorts, the little coaches shorts that they had back in the 70s and 80s. I think it would be super cute, and everybody would be into that. So, yeah, I'm about it. I think it'd be great.
So, one thing, another dope thing, one of the dopest things about moving here to the new studio is I can finally fucking smoke some weed in here, right? And since we didn't hit 1,000 people with the float last year, I can just chain smoke the whole fucking time, dude.
People, yeah, you only have yourselves to blame for not bringing 1,000. This man could be on the fucking road to recovery. He could be, his lungs could be mending right now, but you guys let us down.
Yeah, this is all your fault,
He's
not mine.
He's the grave right now because of you motherfuckers.
Oh shit, man. Yeah, dude. So yeah, with the camp trope, right? So with the camp thing, you know, we're going to be packing in a lot more events this year. There's going to be a lot more interactive stuff going on. And don't worry, I know so many of you are viciously antisocial. Like, I get it. I understand. So not everything's going to involve you actually being front row and getting in on it, but we're going to make you want to. There's going to be a lot going on. It's going to be very interactive this year, right? Like, we want to make sure that everyone has a chance to be involved in as much going on as possible, you know?
No, I agree. I think, you know, some of my favorite moments from last year was the events, not only the like the Juggalo Pictionary, which I've been trying to get on the boards forever, but the you know, the hot pepper contest and the Miss Juggalette or the Miss Float Pageant contest was so great, and everybody was so involved in that. It was just great. And then we brought on Natural State Wrestling, which was more of an event instead of music, and I just thought that was awesome. I think everybody loved that. I don't think anybody could possibly say that wasn't more than they hoped for when it comes to Natural State Wrestling. Those guys fucking killed it last year.
Right, man. And so I haven't actually reached out to the guy yet, but I'm sure he's watching right now. You can definitely expect a call from us, man. Things have just been a little hectic. But yeah, I think we definitely, everybody loved the wrestling. We're definitely going to add it back in. You know, man, yeah, the pepper eating contest was a hit. Gandalf killed it with that, man. It was well put together. It was entertaining as fuck. That thing was a hit. I wasn't even there for it. I just got to hear everybody telling me how dope it was, and you know, watching video of it after the fact, man. But that was a definite hit. You know, I have actually reached out to Miss Mars, so I believe her and Ivy are gonna have our Float Queen pageant buffed up and better than ever before.
Right.
You know, last year was fucking awesome too. You know, so it's every year it's only getting better, man.
Yeah, last year had some epic moments in it, and I couldn't imagine having a better host than Ivy and Heather Mars hosting that piece. But I think, you know, when Replicon came on and did the Juggalo Pictionary, I think that was a huge hit. As far as I'm concerned, that was my favorite competition, other than the canoe. And
of course, man, you're a professional doodler, man. You know,
you had such a great time. If you would have sat there, of course you were busy, but I was back there with it, and those guys put on a great show. Replicon put on a fucking amazing show. They brought everything for that, and they had the seating, had the fucking huge page drawing things, and they did great. And they even had all the cards for all the competition stuff, and we had a great time. So I definitely want to see that come back. Even bigger this year.
For sure. You can expect that one for sure, you know. No, there's a bunch of other events that we're going to end up adding in. You know, like you could probably get a vibe for some of them pretty quick, you know, like anything you might have done at summer camp when you're a kid, you know, there's a good chance you're going to see our version of that, you know. Now, not to say
on it, but yeah,
I think there's gonna have to be that Juggalo twist, man. You know, we can't let them by too easy with it, but nothing that's gonna fuck nobody up too bad, you know.
Well, that's great. And also, of course, the main event every year, no matter who the headliner is or who's coming to perform and whatever events, you know, the biggest draw and my favorite part of it is floating Spring River, and it's, you know, that's the biggest draw for me, and it's always my favorite part is floating the river with my juggalos and all my friends that I've made for the past 15 years of being in this community, and just making all these new, you know, relationships, because I may have known you or known who you are for 10 years or so, but until we're side by side in the river, or I'm pulling your ass out of the, you know, waterfalls after you've dumped your canoe and stuff like that, then you make those connections, and it's just a great environment to really see the family at work, you know, more so than I've seen it in any event. Doing something together where we're all on a single cause to get down this river in one piece and have a great time. It's just bond, you know, it's bond making, and more so than anything else that I'm saying. So it's great when I go to like Hallowicked or whatever. It's great. I see everybody, I visit them, and I say hi, and it's great. But when you're on the river together and you're doing this thing together as one group, one armada of juggalos moving down the river, it's something special entirely. Different than anything you've seen.
Oh, let's see here. We've got old Robert Helmets in the chat here. We got Swill from Swill's Edition. That I have, in fact, did a test about the softness of juggalos and goose shit last week with them. I don't know if you caught that there, Tom, but he's bringing it up here.
Softness of what?
Somebody had said that juggalos were as soft as goose shit, or softer than goose shit, right? So I had to go out and find me a juggalo, and then find me some goose shit.
Did you record this? I hope.
I did. Yeah, actually, it was on Swill's Edition. You know, that guy with the piss jugs. You know but yeah, man. Fuck, dude. I'd try to have Drew pull it up right now, but we weren't ready for that. But yeah, you know, I found that at least the juggalo I had with me was slightly more solid than goose shit, you know. So,
really,
you know, it appears that juggalos are slightly more tougher than goose shit. Yeah.
Well, I mean, what was the test that you put them up against to gauge?
I stuck my entire finger in a giant pile of goose shit and picked it up and tested its consistency, and then, you know, to keep things fair, right? Mm-hmm. I then just took my fingers and pushed it into my homie's face, and just, like, you know, really worked it in, you know, and like seeing if the goose shit would dent him or if he would smush the goose shit, you know. So his face was tougher than goose shit. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, man, I really hate that I missed that, but man, it sounds like, yeah, that's some real scientific experimentation that's paid paid dividends. So now we know.
Sweet.
Yeah. You know, we might have to replicate this test to, you know, fully get it published and on the books, but you know, yeah, we'll have to get a couple more test groups together, you know, but yeah, we're getting there, man.
Good old Scotty, like laying it out there.
Yeah, I mean, just imagine I'm the best option around here, man. Like,
You gotta run it thing.
we ain't working with a lot, bro. I mean, do you really want the next guy running it, man? Oh, fuck, dude. Shit. Yes, we do it all for science there, Lucille. Or I think I didn't catch the name, but yeah, all for the science.
Was that Lucille? Is Laura? Is that Lucille?
Laura, yes, sorry. Laura Guile.
All right.
Yeah, I just caught it out the corner of my eye. Drew's popping them up. I'm half I'm surprised I can read, so.
Well, yeah, you've been extremely busy with HMR and lots of other things over the past 6 months, and now that it's come time to like prepare for the was it March 6th? Is that our date? That's our drop date.
I believe it was March 3rd. I believe is what you got on there.
No, I think it's the 6th.
Ooh, with the 6th.
I think it's the 6th. Which I've got a fuck ton of work to do to get that website ready. But anyway, it's just really pretty much reformatting the theme, and we've got some numbers. Of course, Many Islands has made several improvements to the campground since the last.
It is the 6th. You do in fact have it registered as the 6th.
Good.
So March 6th, our website drops.
Right, and it's going to be ready. It's going to be ready by then, but. Many Islands has continued to make improvements to the campground because it just gets better every year. And those of you that's been to the float, you've seen how fucking amazing the campground is to begin with. I mean, it's a beautiful campground. The river is awesome to float, but it keeps getting, they keep making improvements. We keep being able to improve the electrical and other things on that. And now, you were there last year, you've seen that. We didn't even have to go to the store to get the buses. They brought them to our side of the camp. We loaded our own buses with our own people, and it was so easy last year, and it just keeps getting easier. Of course, Many Islands loves the Juggalos, and they just look forward to our event every year. Which I can say that's probably the only event in Juggalo history where you've got people at the venue that are anxious to have you guys come back because they just love the shit out of you.
I mean, I wouldn't fully say that. I know Steve out there at Legend Valley, regardless of what Juggalos might think of Legend Valley, I know Steve loves the shit out of us, and there's been some other venues out there, it seems Hog Daddy, I'm sure he's got some love for Juggalos, like they're out there, but they are few and far between. Most venues that host a Juggalo event, like, we ain't ever going back, and shit, I've been to several, mini gatherings, smaller Juggalo events that didn't even make it to the end. Like, as soon as doors opened, it got pulled, so, yeah, dude, nothing but love to Many Islands and the whole staff down there. And not just them, it's the community at this point, man. There's
Mammoth Spring, my hometown.
Yeah, Mammoth Springs, Hardy, Thayer, Missouri, man. There's a lot of businesses that are starting, they know we're coming. They're stocking cheap Fago, like everyone's getting ready for the influx of clowns in town, so the community has our back, and, which is nice, that third year we did things, it was a little scary there, they had us on the 6 o'clock news, and, all that. But honestly, that just turned into good PR. There was Juggalos from the area that didn't even know it was happening until they seen it on the news. So, that was cool. And, now it's turned into this yearly thing that everyone down there is happy to see come back every year, you know.
You have no idea. When I go, when I go either into town and go to the River Bend, which is rare, but when I go to the River Bend, everyone asks about the Juggalos, and they cannot wait for the float to come back and happen again, because it's not only, they just show the respect for that area. And my parents' restaurant that they get to go to, and it is literally the best breakfast ever made at the River Bend restaurant. And not only that, but like the Elks, there's an Elks Lodge in there that just asks me on a regular basis, please bring the Juggalos to our establishment and let them party the night before the float even gets started. They get there early, come to the Elks, they'll party with you. I mean, they're just so excited about everything that happens with the float. So it's really been encouraging.
So, yeah, man. So I guess let's see. Gotta check what's going on in the studio. So I guess let's go over like kind of some of the vibes for this year. We've already kind of touched on it. It's the camp vibe, right? So, the shit inside of that, man, we're gonna break that down even further. Like we want to really make you feel like you're going to summer camp. As a kid, a young teen. Like we're gonna try to have as many different interactive events as possible. There'll be workshops available too, right? Like not just like, oh, this competition. We're gonna host workshops where there'll be arts and crafts, there'll be all kinds of different shit going on, right?
Macaroni necklace.
Yeah.
Workshop like what?
We're gonna make whole birdhouses or something. I don't know, man. We're still putting all that part together, but one that was thrown out that I'll just use it as a preview, kind of a sneak peek for a workshop, right? Was Ice Giants Ice Sculpture Carving Workshop, right? And you got a chance to carve your ice sculpture, and then there'll be a little panel of judges that critique your sculptures, and but then every event, right? So every event, every whatever it is we're doing, there'll be your winners and stuff, the people who excelled in there, and they get the props and the prize for winning this event, right? Well, now we're actually going to split up the campground, and we're not going to tell you guys how we're doing that yet. You're going to have to walk through the gate to figure out how we're doing it, right? But it's not going to matter a lot, right? But the campground's going to be split into multiple sections. Now, each section is going to be its own camp or tribe. So, even if you and the homie are camped right across the road from each other, you might be different tribes, right? Now, you go and win an event, you win. You're the winner, right? Like it ain't got nothing to do with your camp, but you also win a point for your camp or your tribe, right? So then throughout it, man, and an event that we can also throw out that I'm sure, safe to say at this point, we'll have capture the flag. So each camp or tribe is going to have its own flag that's in a disclosed place. Everyone knows where it is, right? But you got to steal the other team's flags, right? At some point through the weekend, right? And whichever camp has the most flags at the end, hey, dope, you got some bragging rights, right? But you can't, if somebody catches you stealing the flag, right? You have to be a real ninja. No, they don't have to touch you. If they say a single thing to you, you got to drop it. There's no just being the big bad man and running off with it. You got to be a fucking ninja. You got to be unseen, sneaky, somehow in the middle of their camp. Walk away with that thing at some point, day, night, whatever it might be. Pay off their homie to go grab it for you, whatever, like get devious with it. But if they see you, if anybody sees you with that flag before you return it to your camp, you have to drop it right there on the spot. Right there's.
I think that sounds great. I just don't.
Oh, dude. Well, no juggalo
is not gonna like recognize that. They're gonna take running off, or they're gonna burn it before they like just drop it. But I think if they do what you said, that sounds fun as fuck. I think that. Yeah,
don't be dickheads. Don't burn our fucking flags, guys. But with how much juggalos really like stealing banners and fucking
love stealing banners
with ninja shit, dude. Like, cause like, dude, I've been in the movie tent at the Gathering and seen banners like literally just disappear off the wall. Like 1 second they're there, the other they're gone. There's nobody standing by it, right? Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, juggalos are. Dude, like, so yeah, we're gonna give you guys a ninja mission. You'll be stealing flags and shit throughout it for some pointage at the end, you know. And we haven't quite set what prizes are gonna be for everything. And there's a lot of other events in the works, right? And we'll be announcing them as we go through here these next 2 to 3 months.
Right. It's not only the events, but every event is going to have their own camp council that's going to be overseeing that.
To a point, certain events, right? So we will be some artists, some staff, counselors, however you want to look at it. And like I said, artists too will be hosting their own events. So they'll be all different types and vibes and all different types of things to get involved in. We are going to dial back slightly on music this year, right? Like,
what do we have? Like 2,000 artists last year.
2,000?
Yeah, we had so many artists last year.
No, I mean, we didn't have no 2,000 artists, but
that's
We did have a lot, and I mean, and that's been cool, you know. But I think the real vibe of the float, you know, like we're still bringing a lot of fucking artists too. Yeah. Don't get it twisted here like we're cutting it in half or something, because we're not. You know, just instead of fucking 17 artists a day, we're gonna have like 12 or 13. Right, and leave more time for more events and more interactive things for those artists themselves to be involved in too. So yeah, expect a lot more interactivity with that stage this year. There's going to be a lot more involvement with everyone with what's going on right there, you know.
And I agree. I think that was my favorite part of it, whether it was the different events that we had and competitions, even the wrestling, where people was able to interact, not just sit and observe from a distance and just watch and whatever, but actually be able to be part of it. That's where the magic was really happening at. And the fact that we're amping up that part of it, I think it's going to be great.
Yeah. And so year 2 of the flow, right? Year 2, the first year that we actually really planned on having music there, right? We only had it one day. It was one singular lineup. The rest of it was just all of us chilling, vibing, having a good time, partying all together, right? So, you know, even last year we tried to bring it back closer to that, and the closer we got to that, the more fun everybody had, man. Like, the more people actually seemed to enjoy it. Not saying that they didn't enjoy the big stages and, you know, the fat shows and all that, and we're still gonna have this shit, right? But yeah, it's the community vibe down there that we got. Like, even the people that don't want to talk to anyone and didn't, you know, they just hiding over there on their picnic table smoking whatever and trying to not be involved, they still felt involved, right? And that's what we're aiming for here, man. We want everybody not only to feel like you're getting your money's worth in this, which which is another whole thing too, you know, like this is a community driven event here, you know, so everybody that buys a ticket is an investor in this, you know, everyone that shows up and supports is actually a part of this flow. Like you help put this shit on, right? So, you know, we want to make sure that everybody there feels involved and feels that there's value in it, you know. So to even more so lean towards that, I think, yeah, more events, more interaction, more fun, more direct things to do, you know, like make the whole thing an adventure.
Right.
It's
about making memories, and you can go to any concert over and over, and it's just another. It's a concert, and it's great. We all love them, but having these events where we interact with each other, I mean, that is making memories that you don't get every day. And just like, you know, Ashley said earlier, you know, in her comments, you know, events and shenanigans is, you know, kind of where the magic happens. And I'd love to see that happen more often.
So, like I said too, though, don't get it twisted. We're still bringing a shitload of music, and just to throw it out there, because my phone, and I know I got some artists on here watching me right now.
Oh my god!
My phone fucking melted down yesterday, man. Like
I can't imagine what yours was. I don't know, at least 100 messages.
So many, man. I probably got over 200 actual phone calls, like either on my actual digits or Messenger yesterday, man. Like I answered the first couple, and after like 3 calls would come through while I'm talking to them. You know, it was like, dude, like, you know, messages galore. Like, yo, we've done a little bit of initial booking, you know, just to make sure, you know, we had somewhere to start, right? But I mean, dude, like out of the event, we've got that much booked, man. Like we just locked ahead, you know, one of the dope homies, you know, and we haven't actually booked this event yet, right? So don't worry, you guys all got a shot at this, man.
And
every year,
as far as when the website drops, there is a link where you can like upload your stuff for that.
So there's an artist submissions link on the website when it drops March 6th. I've been telling everybody the 3rd. I'm sorry, I was lying. It's the 6th, right? So March 6th, when that drops, there's a tab. If you don't see it directly on the main splash page, check the menu tab up top the directory. You'll find an artist submission link, and this is also for anybody that wants to be involved, right? So you don't have to be an artist or a band to put in a submission. If you want to be a vendor, if you want to, you know, bring something else, you're a comedian, you're whatever, you know, go ahead, kick in there. You know, I do go through, check every single one of them. Tom sits there with me on a lot of it, going through it, you know, and we will get to them, man. But there's there's only so much I can respond to in a day while also maintaining my life and doing everything else on top of it.
And you know, in that vein, to all those artists that has messaged me personally to my personal Facebook account, I'm going to get with Ogre, and I'm going to sit with like a group of guys that we're all going to listen to this. We're going to weigh these things out, make sure that it works with the show that Ogre's wanting to put together for this. So I'm not going to reply to all 100 of you that has hit me in the past 10 hours on this thing. So, but we were going to take them. So when that website goes live, you're going to have the chance to put your information on there, and we will go through them and put together a great show. And hopefully you're part of it. If not, come join us and see what the float's all about. If not this year, then hopefully next year. The fact that you come and know what the float is carries a lot of weight with me and Ogre. So
right, and that's something I have thrown out a lot out there is, I mean, do we have a lot of interest in performing the float, like more, which is awesome, right? You know what? I never thought that all these people would be reaching out to us to, you know, want to be a part of this, right? You know, that's the shit, dude, right? You know, like, but we, you know, we are a smaller event, and you know, we're trying to cram as much flavor in there as possible, and we always try to bring new people through too every year. You know, like we try to, as much as we can, keep the thing cycling. You know, there's, you know, obviously HMR has, you know, we're growing, you know, so we have more of our people on there every year. And you know, LSP, dude, those are our fucking people. You can always guarantee there's going to be LSP on there, right? But we are, you know, a few others, you know, there's everybody wants to keep coming back every year because it is such a dope experience, you know. So we try to cycle through as best we can and always bring as many new artists as possible, give people shots that, you know, were on there 2, 3, 4 years ago too, you know. So yeah, don't hate us if we can't get you on there. Don't be afraid to hit me up either too, you know. Like if you got any kind of questions, whatever, hit me up. Just don't be pissed if I don't get back at you in a timely manner, you know. Like I'm cool with you know, trying to help out as much as I can with anything on there, but you know, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people, man. And it's not that I'm dodging specifically you. It's that I didn't even notice it in the 80 messages before and after, you know. When it comes to submissions through the website, once we do launch that website, we do go through every last one of those by hand. Like we go through, check them all out. We're checking out your links. We're watching your music, dude. You know, and yeah, man, yeah, it's always a real hard time figuring out who to actually, you know, bring through. A lot of it turns out being roll of the dice. I'm a nerd. Like I'll start rolling dice to figure a lot of it out, you know, and everyone on there's got a fair clip, a fair shot. Something else I've said in the past too, though, is, and you mentioned it just a little bit ago, is, you know, it's not a guarantee, right? I'm not going to promise you this is how it works, but if you showed up to the float on your own, you just popped in last year, and you're like, hey, man, I really want to perform the float, like at the float. I do that. That carries some weight with me, too. I actually, I'll remember that, you know. So, you know, it does help, man. And, you know, this isn't a music festival too, you know. That's something that we have tried to stress over the years. I mean, it's there, you know, like we've got the stages, we got the music, but this isn't actually a music festival. This is a Juggalo summer camp. This is an underground corporate team building retreat, right? Like this is something specifically built for us, with us, right? Like, yeah, we don't have any big backers here. We don't have any, I mean, we're sure as fuck not making money. So, we're doing this for the love. We're doing this for the community, right? So this is a community event. So yeah, man, come and check the vibe before, you know, if you're real curious about the float, come and check it out. Peep it out and see what we're actually doing. Catch the vibe of what you're about to walk into. Because I guarantee you, if you come in knowing what the float is, you're going to get a lot better reaction there, right? Like it's not the gathering. It is a Juggalo event, though. It is, right? You know, for 100% all the way.
Oh,
so
be with your people when you come there. It's definitely Juggalos. But if you're looking for something that's spiritual, I mean, more so than you've been able to see in the past, I think this is exactly the event for you, because you will find yourself on this river like so many other Juggalos have in the past. They have told me 1,000 times since then, and that keeps them coming back every year. And it's just something that's very grounded and very spiritual and very family oriented. And I think exactly what some people are really looking for. And we're glad to provide it. You know, it's
just over this last year, man, we've had quite a few Juggalos end up moving to Missouri and Arkansas just to actually be closer to it, or, you know, closer to the scene, you know. So that's been a whole other
it's crazy
wild piece, you know, that I never thought we'd get to that point, you know. I'd never seen that coming. I thought we were just playing around in the woods being hillbillies, man. And, you know. Shit.
No, it's been good. I mean, I can't believe it's been 7 years. 7 years since we started this. I can't believe it's that many of them came and gone since then.
Dude, it is so fast, bro. So fucking fast, man. You know, it was just a fuck COVID party. You know, we're just gonna play fucking games outside. You know, it's turned into what it is now, man.
It is. And, you know, I started going to my first gathering was 2016, and I met so many people at DCG Con, which was kind of a smaller venue. I met more people at the gathering as the years came and went up into 2020. And then when COVID hit and they shut that thing down, and we decided to have the first float when nobody was doing anything. We said, fuck it, we're going to go ahead and have our event and see what happens. And we had, I was like 50 or 60 people show up that first year.
It was a little over 80, man. 87 to be that. My count was 87 people.
Of those 80, I would say probably 95% of those people still come every year to float. I mean, once they see it for themselves and experience it, they come back every year.
Yeah, year 2 we had 183 of us. Was the count that I ended up with, was 183. It's only grown since then. You know, we plateaued out, or, you know, we peaked out of what it was like 2 years ago. 3 years ago, we got some pretty when Shaggy was there, we got some pretty surprising attendance. And then the next year, the gathering was right on top of us.
9 days.
You know? So, you know, but we still had hundreds, you know. And I was still surprised at how many still showed up.
Finally showed up after, I don't know where the fuck she's been for the first 20 minutes of our show, but Jelly Bean's here. So I'm happy that she is she's with us. I'm sure
there she is.
Not far behind to say something, some homophobic thing that's going to make me very uncomfortable at some point. It's coming. But I'm glad Jelly Bean's here. But anyway, even though we're 7:44 into our 1 hour show, it's flying by. Do we have any announcements that we want to let the fans know?
I mean, you know, if you wanna drop that, you know, we've got it all locked in and figured out.
If I knew that maybe there was something to follow that up with.
I mean, well, I would say grab your phone and hit him up right now, man. He's already got the link. If he's free, I don't know.
All right, let me do some punches.
All right. Well, while he's doing that, Drew, what are we doing? What is this? I don't have anything prepared or planned. We ain't got no dope skits. We ain't got Oh, we got Justin back here. Oh, and we got fucking Kevin and Ashley. I don't know how to fucking say his last name, dude. Yeah, Big Top, dude. Fucking, we got them up here chilling for the fucking evening. Fucking, they're the peanut gallery behind me.
Yeah,
Dude. Fucking what?
Oh, Kevin, Kevin back there, fucking hiding.
Yeah, dude.
He was there.
Yeah, let's go through some of these comments here. Who all we got in here, man? Fucking
bunch of people.
holy shit,
Yeah.
dude! Wow, guys. Yeah, I can't read all that, man. Yeah, Siamese Goat Gods, yo, what up, dude? I actually had a homie of yours, fucking maybe putting in a real good word for you boys, man. But you know, shit, man. Yeah. We were just talking about you. Fucking swells up in this bitch, Jester, thy unjustivious. I don't know who you are, dude. But what up, Spamily? Fucking Bloody Ruckus up in this bitch. Fucking our inner circle. Oh, those boys are dope, dude. Fucking Dreadlock Juggalo, Robert Kalmus. Holy fucking. Yeah, and that's just the tubes. I think we've got a million more over here on Facebook, too. Fucking, am I missing anything cool up in here? We got Penny Porter, fucking DJ Suka, fucking Gandalf up in this bitch. Fucking so many more. Holy shit, dude. Yeah, what it do, y'all? What the fuck, man? I figured you guys all be catching JCW, dude. Fucking yeah, man. Shit, we should all come to St. Louis for Lardy next weekend. Yeah, actually, Drew, you got that, man? You got that love you to death shit?
It's right there.
Oh, shit. So check this out, dude. Fucking anybody that's like, you know, anywhere near the Missouri, Illinois, Northern Arkansas, what the fuck ever, even further if you feel like driving. Fucking, we're going to be up by Granite City, which is just outside of St. Louis. Nah, yeah, we got Lardy B, the Love You to Death 3, man. So we've been to the last two of these. It put on by Deadside, Crenshaw. Fucking, they're dope, man. He puts on a dope ass show. The production value he actually puts into his stage is crazy. I don't know anybody else in the underground besides fucking ICP and Guar that go as hard with a stage set as this guy, man. Like, dude, they're building full blown. It is a theatrical event, man. It's not just a fucking show, you know. Like, he puts on a dope ass act, and the venue he's got this place at. So the Mill Events in Granite City, Illinois. This place, it's an old church, but it's a dope ass church, and it's got old stained glass windows all through it and everything. Like, it looks creepy as shit. It's an amazing venue, and I think we're gonna have a hell of a time there. So not this Saturday, next Saturday. That's fucking February 21st. Come through and peep that shit out. We've got Unhappy. We got Risk from Titan, Crenshaw. Fucking looks like it says Devereaux. Oh shit. You know. And fucking yeah, Mr. Green on that bitch. Morgue Mob. Fucking yeah, dude. It's gonna be a dope ass event, you know. And Lardy B fucking laying it down, fucking keeping the party going too. So if you're free, you can meet us up there. Fucking holla. We got tickets on deck. Any artist on there's got tickets on deck. Tickets will be at the door too. Fucking come through and fucking party with us, yo. Shit.
So anyway, I was able to talk to certain people, and we've got that situated. I sent the information to Drew. I think he's sending out the links right now. And we are going to be able to talk to our headliner for 2026.
You got those digits?
Digits.
I sent the digits.
Yeah. I already sent him the link.
Yeah, should already have it.
Yeah. Tell him to look at for a message for me.
From you? Not from Drew, but from you.
Yeah, for me. I sent him a link a while back.
But in his texts or his emails? You remember?
It was a text, man. It was a text. That was loud.
That was one of my favorite moments from last year. Was the Natural State Wrestling, and it had Dave defending himself from some onslaught by holding a baby out of his. This is crazy shit.
With a baby right to the kisser. And shit. And there was our homegirl Toby Duggins there, fucking locking in all the filming and photography.
He didn't miss anything. Anything that went down that was postable. I mean, Toby got it.
Yeah. Yeah, and she got some things that are unpostable too, you know. So she might have a little private place to view that stuff. I'm not sure.
God. Yeah, she got.
Well, Hazen's got a bunch of unpostables, you know, that he's got on his private hosted server there, you know. So
I'm seeing her, dude, but I'm not seeing a video feed.
Do the hair thing. Oh,
well, we see our guy in here, but we're not seeing his video yet. So, as soon as we get that technical difficulty handled there, we'll run that, I suppose. Oh shoot. Well, go ahead and entertain the Juggalos there for a minute, Tom. I'm gonna hop off here.
Okay, you hop off.
Get that figured out, and then as soon as we're ready, we'll let you know, and maybe run a little tag or something, and shit. Yeah.
Apparently, what the fans are asking for is just me to do the hair thing. I'll just do that.
Do the hair thing. Do it.
It's kind of gay. I mean, I'm just hair out of my face. I mean, it cannot be that entertaining. I don't get it. Okay. There it is. Yes, I did it. Look, there it is. Happy? And look, it looks good. So we did it. But besides that, I'm just telling you, this year we're going to be very event oriented. Cannot wait. There's so many different projects. You're back, and there's so many different events that's going to be coming. It's going to be so fun to do. But we're going to get our music squared away too for our camp counselors and everybody that's going to be presenting, whether it's music or events and stuff like that. They are going to be our camp counselors. So it's going to be very interesting to sort of theme everything in that 1980s camp counselor thing that you would see in, Friday the 13th or whatever. But it's going to be fun. So, all
right, I think we're good to go here, Tom. So I'll let you announce the man, and I'll drop off the screen so we're not garbling, so I'm not fucking up the vocals. But you go ahead and announce this man proper, bringing that legendary shit, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are so proud to announce that our headliner for 2026 is none other than one of my favorite artists of all time, is Kung Fu Vampire.
Yeah.
And he is joining us right now. Look at that motherfucker. So handsome. Look at him.
Hey, I'm trying to catch up to you, man.
Oh no.
You got handsome memes. You got memes about you about being handsome. I don't got those kind of memes.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, man, and thank you so much. When I reached out to you a few days or longer ago about doing the float and being our official headliner, because it's not just me that just enjoys you. It's so many people that has reached out to me and said, we want Kung Fu back. We want Kung Fu. And you coming in and helping us out a few years ago at the float when Violent J wasn't able to make it, and just killing it, fucking killing it. Everyone loved that set, and it's just been nonstop since then. Is bring Kung Fu back, and not only the event itself, but when you were there, the interactions that everyone was able to have with you is like these lifelong memories that they were able to forge with you over just a few minutes. Like my nephew Seth would kill for you right now, and you just he like drove you back to the airport after the event, and he's like your number one fan in the world.
I love Seth, man. Remember what I say on the phone? I was like, can Seth take me to the airport?
No, it's been great. And you work with the whole vibe, Kung Fu's vibe, and what we're doing at the float syncs so well together because he's very spiritual with his art, with his music and his artistry, and it just vibes so well with what we're doing at the float. And it's just a match. It's just a perfect match for us. And so bringing him back this year has been just a huge achievement, and we're so proud to have him back.
Man, it's a journey. I love it. I'm always so proud to in the Ozarks, and it's just cool, man. It's a big journey to get there that I actually enjoy.
Yeah, it is. It's like the Odyssey. Getting to Minion's camp is like your own personal Odyssey to get there, because you got to take like 12 flights and then take some, like some camels and maybe like a dog sledding thing to get there. So it's not easy.
I feel like we should do we should shoot a blog where I'm going across boats and buses and cars and planes and trains and Ubers, and then I end up at the float. Yeah.
And my buddy Willie Hayes, he does the same thing. He comes from Arizona and comes out to the float. We have him out every year because I'm buddies with him, and he has the same vibe that you have, and that we're trying to keep it afloat. And it's just really chill and just family oriented, and it's great. And see you guys come back year after year. Push Ogre is always telling me we got to change it up. We got to have new people. If it was up to me, I feel like at 10 people, I would bring back every fucking year. And I just love this thing because not only do you entertain, you are a friend. I mean, I consider you guys friends.
Oh yeah, that's like what gets me the most excited. So I'm glad you guys hit me up early. I hope people that are tuned in and everybody that finds out is just as excited as me, because like I was telling Ogre, I feel like it's not a festival, right? It is a camp, but it feels more like a mellow retreat. It's relaxing. And then night falls, and the music's aggressive and fun, but it's just right back to relaxing. It is,
and everybody just has a great time. And not only do you perform, but it's not like you perform and and you split like right after that. You hang out and you visit with everybody, and you give a lot of attention and personal time to creating these relationships that means so much to these people, and that means a lot to me. That you care about that, and a lot of artists don't. So, thank you for that.
Oh yeah, I have fun. I had my first pickle vodka via Willie Hayes and some other friends. It was their vodka there, that pickle vodka. I ended up searching stores when I got home for that stuff. I loved it so much. I never would have thought I'd go to the float and come back a pickle vodka fan.
You can attribute that to Cupcake, and
it was theirs, right?
Yes. Yeah. She started all that. She brought that pickle vodka and would bring it to me. Everyone did shots of it. So, and now we're all addicted to pickle vodka, thanks to Christy Hayes, who's been to the float pretty much every year since year one. And she started bringing that, and introducing the pickle shots to everybody, and now we're all addicted to it. So it's kind of a thing now.
Is this the 7th or so float by now? 6th?
This is the 7th. This is the 7th float.
Wow, I just guessed. I knew it wasn't 5 or quite 9 yet. I knew it was in that realm. That's wow. That's awesome. Time flies, man.
It does. Yeah.
But yeah, responding to like what you were saying about the family vibe, changing lives and being there and being personal, it's interesting because there is people who do music and maybe they're struggling with stuff at home, but they just come off like, I don't know, maybe like they don't want to be there, or they're assholes, or if something doesn't go right, it ruins their whole night. And I've just gotten to a point in my life where I've been like this for a while now, where the personal connections are so much more important than any other aspect of what we do. And if we can make it work through merch and a little expenses covered, then it's about the personal connections. Whereas like, I don't know, it's just for me, I always find it weird when people assume, and this is going into like comments, the Juggalo world and horrorcore world, right? There's people who are like, oh, so-and-so's a dick, or they're insincere, or they're just pandering or things. And I just can't relate to that, because to me, the coolest part of everything that we do in music is being able to have time to get to know other humans. They don't have to be juggalos, it just be anybody. And so I just, I don't know. I love those little short combos and trying to make them as meaningful as possible. They give me life. So, if we're at the merch booth or hanging out having beers after the set, those are the moments that I really cherish and I get excited about. When I get on those plane rides, I'm like, man, I can't wait to just get there and maybe have a drink and just have some good convo.
Right. No, 100%. I'm the same way. And when it's leading up to the float, and I'm the same way at the gathering. When I'm driving my 9 hours to get to the gathering, it's not about waiting to see Waka Flocka or Guar or anything like that. It's getting to see these people that I've come to love over the years and look forward to seeing them and making those, interactions and relationships. And it's the same way with the float, but it's on a more personal level at the float, because I grew up there, and to see something that's as important to me as where I grew up and my my relationships there interact with people that I've met over the years through the Juggalos. It's a whole different level. So, having you guys be part of that, people that come to the flow be part of that, is very special to me.
Yeah, it's dope. I honestly can say, like, I don't have relationships like the ones I've built doing this. I started touring in 2010. So to some people, I'm a newbie. That's kind of mid, right? I'm not super old school. I'm not new school. I've been doing touring for 15 years. Obviously, COVID knocked 3 of those years out, right? Mm-hmm. But I've been touring 15 years, and I'm a busy dad, right? The reason why I was ready to get on this live stream right away, but I was driving my daughter to theater. I'm still sitting in the car, if you can see, right? So I'm sitting in front of the theater. It's actually behind me, rehearsal. I'm full-time dad at home. I'm cooking, cleaning, shopping, sweeping. People want to know what my life's like. It's like I'm sweeping, I'm cooking, I'm meal prepping, I'm driving this kid around. Today I'll probably what's that?
And dog walking.
I'm walking the dog like 2 or 3 times a day, which I love doing that. But that's my life these days. So I'm very recluse. I'm not around a lot of people. So when I get to these events and it's there's people that are still coming that know me well from 16, 15 years ago, my very first show out touring. And they're at the float. They're like, hey man, I remember you from 2010. And those relationships are just unique to what we do. So this has now become the most important part. It's not about blowing up or getting famous or getting this or that. For me, it's like, oh man, I can't wait to see those people in Albuquerque or Maine or Springfield that I haven't seen in years. And I found out they're going to be there. And now they're bringing their kids to the show.
Right.
So the float is a great opportunity to get to know people. And it's one of the most, to me, it's the most intimate festival I've ever been to. And the fact that it's a festival that offers like camp vibes, camp energy. It doesn't have to be overly policed. Like y'all police each other, juggalos police each other. Like, you know, hey,
Right.
you know, fuck nuts is over there puking. We need to all help and get him some water. It just feels like the most intimate type of festival you could go to.
It is. It's very personal, and we take care of the people that are there. And if they need special, you know, assistance, we're there for them. Whether it's at the camp or on the river, if they turn their canoe over or, you know, stuck their raft in the weeds and we have to pull them out. That's all part of it. That's all part of the whole experience. It just makes the float really special. And I can't wait for this year. It's going to be another one. Another one that continues to grow every year, and more people continue to hear about it. And what they hear is the best part. When people talk about the float, it's this spiritual event that's changed their lives, and you know that's the best part for me. You know, that's all you could hope for as an artist, whether it's a visual artist like I am or an audio artist like you are, that puts that stuff. You want to have that kind of effect on people, and that's what the float does.
Yeah, and then I mean, you got to add the bonus of you drinking like 15 beers and hopping on that 60-mile-an-hour fucking souped up golf cart and driving me back to the cabin at 80 miles an hour.
Okay,
That is another aspect that we need to discuss and make happen again. Bro, you cruised me back to my room after hanging out. You cruised me back to the cabin, and I had never been that fast. I'm over here thinking it's a look at Ogre, he's got his eyes on you. I'm over here thinking it's a golf cart. We get on it, and that thing's got the horsepower of a goddamn Porsche.
Yeah, the Defender it's got some horsepower and it goes fast, but you know, we don't have dozens of golf carts running around there. We have a few golf carts, and we have the Defender, which I'm in, and it goes up to like 70 miles an hour, which, you know, if it needs to go that fast, I will make it go that fast. And getting you back to your cabin quickly,
as long as I can get a helmet or something, because
you don't need a helmet.
I want you to tip it. I want you to tip it. I'm a very
safe driver.
I want you to tip it.
I will tip it in the river. Next year we may tip it in the river.
Okay. I want to share an experience that I've never told anybody except maybe who was standing backstage with me. So I was standing backstage trying to get used to the Violent J mask that I popped out with. I was trying to get used to it on a couple years ago. Okay. Yeah, 2 years ago. And I'm standing back there, and for the first time in my entire life, I saw, is it armadillos? What the hell animal do you guys have out there that we don't have anywhere else?
We have possums, armadillos.
It was an armadillo for sure. Yeah, that was an armadillo.
I saw a bunch of armadillos walking backstage right as my intro music started. And I swear I had a moment where that was cooler to me than anything. I was like, dude, there is armadillos backstage. I really am in Arkansas at this point.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, if that's what does it for you, I will make sure that we have like a collection of armadillos for your set next year.
I wanted to see one a little bit closer. They were scurrying, you know?
You know what? People are scared of the armadillos. They think that they're like carry leprosy. They do not. They're very sweet. I've got several armadillos on my farm that I have, you know, gotten very, not close to, but I have inspected closely. And they dig holes, and they are very timid. They're like cats for the most part, with armored shells on them. So
they looked cool. They seemed like they were minding their own business.
Yeah, they're cool.
I also saw a bobcat walking to that restaurant that's on the water by the hotel.
A bobcat? Oh
halfway in
the. Speaking of cats,
I don't think it was that. Yeah, it was definitely a wild cat. It was not a kitten. But that blew me away that it was out there. But I took the little jungle route to that downtown area, walking. I don't know if that was a smart thing to do, but whatever. I did it.
I tell you what, I think we should capture an armadillo next year. or this year in a few months when the float happens and let you like autograph that armored shell that's on them. They'll carry that for the rest of their lives with your signature on there.
Do you think that it'll be do you think its crew or posse will accept it back once it's autographed?
We might need to check the legalities of trapping in Arkansas. We're going to get a legal team on this and make sure this is okay. Don't go openly, officially grabbing any wildlife yet until we clear this.
yeah, because you might sign on it and then it won't. Then the posse, then its friends won't want it back in the crew, and then it's nah, you're tainted.
It'll be like it'll be a super celebrity in its environment with those autographs on there. It's gonna be fine. I assure you.
I see an armadillo themed flyer coming soon for this.
Oh shit!
Maybe a giant sized one shaped as a canoe, and your Tom Wood is riding the armadillo.
Interesting.
And you have my autograph on it. So I'll be signed on the armadillo. That's a great graphic, man. Go ahead. You can mark that one down. Take it.
You know what?
I guarantee you someone in the chat has already started drawing it up, and it's on the way to their print shop. They'll have them printed before we do.
They're getting 3D printed.
Armadillo, sign it, and then that would be like a prize for a certain event. You get to have this armadillo as your pet.
Okay, hold on.
This is all pure speculation here.
There's a T-shirt coming out. The Tom Woods float. There's going to be a T-shirt on the front. Tom Wood with his hand in the air, riding an armadillo as a canoe. There's waves in the background, and it's the back side of the armadillo, and you see these big ass nuts from the armadillo hanging down, and my autograph's on the nuts.
I don't know if armadillo has nuts that hang down.
We're gonna create nuts. We're gonna create them. They're gonna be just like an old, like a big Ford truck with the nuts hanging off the back, just like that.
I don't know. Somebody in here in the chat, can you let us know? Do armadillos have cloacas or testicles? Oh, shit.
This has been such a great first show. I'm so proud of this first show. We've explored so many things.
Thanks for having me on. I'm excited to be at the float. Plane tickets are bought. I will be there, and I'm excited, man.
All right, man. We're more than happy to have you back, man. I know Tom mentioned it earlier, but it came up on my end too separately. There was a lot of people that hauled off and told me they wanted to see you, man. And we were already talking about it. Then, dude, it just kept coming back. Like, yo, bring Kung Fu back. We want to see more fucking Kung Fu, So give the people what they want, man. And we're more than stoked to have you coming back through, man. You're one of the easiest guys we've ever had to work with,
New songs, so.
Shoot.
Seriously, Kung Fu, thank you so much for coming on tonight. It was really special coming back on for the first time in 6 months, and having you join us just made it that much more special.
Hell yeah.
So, I can't wait for this season. It's going to be great leading up to the float. Thank you so much for being with us tonight, and hopefully we get a chance to talk to you again before the float happens.
Sounds good. Much love, man. Ogre, Tom Wood, Juggalo Summer Camp 2026 is coming.
Hell yeah, man.
It's riding in on a big pair of armadillo nuts.
We're going to see what we can do with that, man. Yeah.
Much love.
Much love, bro. Whoa.
Whoop, whoop.
So I see you've brought your studio mascot.
Yes. I mean, I didn't bring her. He just shows up eventually when he wants to steal the fucking show.
Of course, Gandalf's on there. Like, oh yeah, the kitty cat. Shoot. But yeah, man. So yeah, we got Kung Fu coming back. We are in talks with several more artists too, and we're still trying to nail out all the details and get everything locked in and proper, and make sure we're building out a dope ass event. And yeah, I think what we're gonna see coming, and do everyone in any of the chats on the HMR page, on the float page, on the YouTube, feel free to drop. Dude, hit us with your fucking best camp ideas, your favorite camp events, anything that you'd like to, see, whatever it may be, let us know, maybe we're not, I'm like, oh, that's cheesy as fuck. But then like everybody wants to do it. I'm the fucking dumbass, so, feel free to give us any suggestions, anything, any trope you've done, like seen in Camp Crystal and Jason, sure, but there's at least 48. Me and Drew have found at least 48 other horror movies that involve summer camps, right? It's a big trope, right? And then we found dozens and dozens and hundreds of fucking like all kinds of different summer camp movies, summer camp, church camp, fat camp, do all that shit, all of it, like I never got to do the real cool camps when I was a kid. I got to do I did a couple church camps when I was a little dude. And then I kept getting in trouble a lot. So I was doing the dare camps and shit like that, which they were cool too. I had a good time there, but I didn't get to experience all the standard tropes,
Dare camp clearly worked so well.
I mean, I think I'm doing all right, dude. Like, I ain't even breaking laws right now. This is legal here, man.
That's fair.
There you go.
No, it's a vape. Yeah. Oh, shoot, man. But yeah, dude, any suggestions you guys got, feel free to slam them anywhere, on the Facebook page, on the YouTube, wherever you guys want to. And we'll dig through as many as we possibly can, but just think all your cheesy campy vibes from the horror movies on over to the just fucking Ernest Goes to Camp, whatever, like that's what we're gonna be doing this year. Just all we're gonna get down with it too, right? Like
so far into that camp thing. I mean, it's not even gonna be like musicians. It's gonna be like camp talent show, and then we're gonna have our artists.
Yeah. So we still got all the fucking it's the float, man. It's still gonna be the float, right? Like we're not like switching really anything up, right? Like, but we are gonna have it flow a lot better, and make it a lot more interactive, a lot more engaging, like at any given moment too, like we'd like somebody to always have something to do, man. You ain't gotta just sit at your camp and chill because we ain't got nothing going on right here, like we want to keep the activities running, and I think we're gonna blend them into the music, like I say it's not a music festival, but I mean we've got enough music for it to be a music festival, right? It is, but yeah, we're just gonna have it all blended together and try to put on like just the most engaging event possible.
Engagement is the key word there, because everybody involved in this stuff. I want them to be involved in the stuff that we are putting together and make memories that they are not going to be able to put together anywhere else in this community. because I think the float is the perfect venue for that.
Oh shit! Oh look, Cody Richards says it'll be a lot more gay. And I mean, dude, if that is what you want the float to be, I'm sure one of the homies would be more than happy to provide the experience. You know, if that was the experience you had at Boy Scout camp and you just really want to relive that shit, dog, we are here to give it to you, bro. We're here to please, dog. Shit, man. Fucking.
And look, there's Mike Delgado, of course, with his comments. That Tom petting that cat is turning me on. Good Lord.
Yeah, Chris Anderson, when Chuck Norris pets pussy, nobody's safe.
Armadillos have testicles but are internal.
We've just learned that armadillos do have testicles, however, they are internal. So this is once again, science in action here. You know, we're just really fucking learning how the world works right now. You know?
I mean, summer camp is supposed to be educational, I think. So.
I don't know. That little bit says it's legal, but I don't know if little bit is an attorney either. So I'll take it into advisory. We may be able to sign an armadillo.
I think we can get away with it. I don't think anybody is going to like chase us down for.
Fish and Game has entered the chat.
Seriously, I think we can get away with using a Sharpie on an armadillo. It's going to be fine. No one's going to.
At least just a sticker.
Hunt us down for using.
Yeah, hold him down, pin his nails, you know, like make them, you know, all sparkly. We'll put some glitter on them, you know.
Like that.
I'm still not supporting that, but
no, I mean, if we got Clockwork to come and like painted that silver, painted that armadillo silver. And let
it's a boofadillo. Get a boofadillo down there.
Now we're talking.
Shit,
listen, you guys buy your tickets. It's going to be an amazing event this year. It's been an amazing event every year. I mean, I've made so many memories every year that we've done this. This will be the 7th one we've done. I cannot believe it's 7th, but it's the 7th one we've done, and every year it just keeps getting better.
Oh, shoot. Man, yeah, dude. Yeah, I am honestly still shocked and surprised that we're even, at this mark, at this part, like 7 years in, man. That was, at year 3, it was like, wow, this is crazy, and it just hasn't stopped being crazy ever since.
I mean,
it's a lot of work, but we keep doing it, so it's got to be.
What's wrong with us that we keep doing this? But honestly, this was literally a patch for people that wanted to do something in the summer of 2020 because of COVID.
Well, even on the side of COVID, man, this is something we, like, do juggalos. We travel the country. We go all over the place, but usually we stick pretty close to a venue, There's some little groups that'll get out and, we're going to do the tourist thing or whatever, right? But having that extra activity, an actual float trip and all camping out outside of, sitting in front of a stage and stuff, which we've added stages, but, that's not necessarily what it's about there, Could be if that's what you're there for, but there's a whole other side of it too, and I think providing that extra experience, just the float itself, just going down the river every year, it's something we're not doing at any other fucking show out there, right? Like, we ain't going to Detroit and swimming out by Zug Island and shit, like.
Yeah, that's the one thing, and I've told Ogre this over the years, because we've had the opportunity to have like the biggest stars in the underground come perform at the float, which we've been very lucky to have that and very appreciative to have that.
Absolutely.
The biggest star every year is Spring River, and us floating that thing together and getting down it in one piece as a unit is this thing that you just have to experience for yourself. You can't read about it. You can't look at pictures and experience it. You've got to like do it for yourself. And coming to the float and renting your own canoe, kayak, raft, or whatever, and coming down the float with us is this spiritual event that I can't make you understand unless you do it yourself. And that's the biggest star of the show is that river and us together as a unit.
Which
else is secondary.
That kind of segues into a topic we can touch on, just to have the word out there too, and I'm sure Drew will end up cutting this down in some good sound bites and stuff. But the ticketing, the way we did the rafts and stuff last year, we're probably going to do it the same way this year, right? So if you don't want to rent a whole raft, but you want to ride on a raft, we'll still figure out, like, hit us up at the gate. We'll see if we can get like just a seat available online. But basically how it works is you can get a raft and there's up to 6 people that can be in or is it 4 or 6? I think 6, yeah. 6. So 6 people can be in this raft, right? So you and 5 of your homies can all get in that raft and go for the float, right? But they got to be with you when you're checking in to get your raft, right? But so we're still just going to rent vessels. That seemed to go a lot smoother, and it was a little confusing because it was different than the way we had done it before, just renting seats. But it did end up making a lot more sense for a lot more people at the end of it. It was a lot easier to get everyone out on the water in a orderly manner and everything, and yeah. So your whole crew can still go in, like, if you and 5 of your boys are like, oh, let's just snag the ticket and we'll all pitch in on it or something like that, right? It just covers the cost of the full vessel, right? So 2 per canoe. So if you get a canoe, you can float it by yourself if you want, or you can totally throw an engine in there, right? So, you want your own personal canoe, which, yeah, I don't mind going down like that. A few of us have, so you just get the canoe and you flip it around backwards, sit in it backwards, and you're good to go, But make sure you know what the fuck you're doing before you go down the Spring River solo in a canoe. Yeah. You're going to get wet.
Well,
yeah, man. So expect the ticketing to be the same way. You'll purchase a vessel for the day you want to float, which this year, so with us moving the dates forward, right? There's, are we going to go floating Friday and Saturday still? Or are we going to go floating Thursday and Friday? Right? Saturday still be an option, but with that being the last day of it, right? We don't, our big finale's coming up that night, right?
It is, but I think the group, I can't imagine a better day than a Saturday, which is the finale day, is getting on the water at 10 o'clock with me and floating the river, getting off and having the best night of music, waiting for you to get off.
Regardless of where we will have that, the So we did change our dates up this year a little bit, right? So instead of running to Sunday and Sunday, whoa, instead of running to Sunday being our last day with us not running on Labor Day, right? So we understand that no matter what, you know, if we ran on Sunday, you know, there'd be people that still had to take off a couple days of work before that and take Monday off just to get home. Right. So we know you're still going to have to be taking the same amount of days off, but we figured putting it all in one block in 1 week would hopefully make it a little more accessible for a lot of the people out there, you know, instead of them having to split it up, you know, and juggle, you know, because like there was a lot of people that had to leave last year first thing Sunday morning. To be able to get home.
I noticed that too.
Right. And, you know, we want to hopefully this shift will make it a little more accessible to everyone. So homage to the river gods and gates will open on the 10th, which is a Wednesday this year. Instead of a Thursday, it's a Wednesday.
So you come in, you load in on Wednesday, and you have the homage to the river gods party Wednesday night, which we all get. We're all amped up for the float, and we all go in the red early on Wednesday night. And but that's fine because Thursday is going to be instead of
Thursday will be the first big full day.
It's going to be lots of events that we have planned.
And we'll still have a full lineup that night too. We'll still have a full music lineup. They'll still be, we've just shifted everything.
But we moved a lot of stuff from what was going on Sunday before the finale to Thursday. And listen, motherfuckers, you guys need to pay attention to this part because we have moved the events to Thursday. Like all your competitions when you're still fresh, before you're all fucking tired and don't give a fuck, is going to land on Thursday. So a lot of the events is going to be happening. It happened on Sunday before the finale is going to be happening day one of the float. And then Friday is going to be the Friday Phuket float before the giant finale float on Saturday that leads up to Kung Fu and the lineup that we will be building before the finale that night. So a lot of stuff is going to be going on Thursday. So get ready.
Friday and Saturday. And once again too, you know, we got a huge amount of land to lose. So anybody that hasn't been, dude, that is like, yo, fuck water, you know, like I don't want to have to touch that shit. You don't have to, right? There's still a huge, you know, amount of people still back at the campground partying. We will have other events going on there, you know, throughout the day while everyone else is out on the river. Because there is a huge element of ninjas that, yeah, I know you're adverse to sunshine. You don't like nature. Dude, like you fucking hate water, dude. You know, so, you know, and that is a viable option because there has been a lot of people that like, oh shit, we have to float. Like, no, you don't have to. You should totally get out there and check that shit out. It's pretty dope, and it's probably not as bad as the way you're thinking in the ways you're thinking it.
Even if you think it's bad, remember that you've got probably 100 juggalos out there that's there to help you. And we will do whatever it takes to get you across the finish line at the end of the day. So, and that goes a long way.
Now, the people that have a bad time, that have been like, oh my God, why? Don't just bring a 30-pack of beer. Like, bring some water, bring some sunscreen, bring a freaking umbrella or something, you know? Like, don't put on a Speedo, grab a fifth of liquor and a 30-pack of beer and think you're going to have a blast, man. Like, maybe pack a sandwich. You know, like, pack a sandwich, bring a bottle of water, dude. Like, to have your fun party down, dude. Everybody will. I ain't gonna stop you, you know. But shit, man, every 6-pack of beer you're bringing, bring a bottle of water with it too. You'll have a way better time by the time you make it back to the campground, you know.
Now, I mean, I think I bring maybe 2 bottles of water with me, but it's mostly beer. Then again, keep in mind, I've been floating this river since I was 12. And, you know, I know this river like the back of my hand. But anybody that comes on there, I'm going to be your personal guide to get down this river in one piece. And I promise you, it's the most beautiful river you've been on. And when you get down it, it's going to be like this huge achievement. It's going to mean something. It's going to mean something to you at the end of it. And I think you'll take that back to wherever part of the country that you come from, because you guys come from literally all parts of the country. We've had people from Seattle, and we've had people from Maine that's come down to float this river with us, and it's been great. They've loved it.
Let's see. I got Penny Porter here asking if we're doing the potluck on Saturday. I'd say, you know, I mean, we haven't actually built the schedule yet, right? Like, nothing's fully set in stone yet, but I would safely assume that, yes, Saturday we'll have a big potluck blowout. And I think we're even going to make that an event, too. There'll be a cook-off. You know, we'll have some cook-offs going on during and for the potluck, right? And so,
we're gonna have cook-offs.
Yeah, why not, man? I mean, dude,
First
like
time we had cook-offs.
Well, dude, dude, like last year, man. I know every year, like people have brought some fire shit for that potluck, right? Yeah. But last year, there was like a big group of people that actually went all out for it. Like the spread that we had there was insane. So we got some chefs, right? We've actually got some gourmet chefs down there at the float, man. So, you know, maybe spice it up a bit and let them yeah, you know, a chili contest could be just whatever, you know. We'll get a Juggalo Gordon Ramsay down in that bitch and, you know, do something fun, you know. We'll have some fun with it. And, you know, regardless of what it is, yeah, we got our potluck coming, yeah. Probably sad. I'd say it's safe to assume Saturday being our last day, you know. Yeah.
No, sounds good. But anyway, it's 8:40 almost. We went almost 2 hours for our first event. So there's lots. We've got so much more to cover that we can just keep going for the rest of the night if we wanted to. But anyway, well, it's been fun coming back for the first night and hosting this with you, Ogre, as always.
Shoot.
I'm assuming we're going to do this in a week, or we start? Is this where it starts? Is it every?
Well, so I don't know, man. I say we should probably leave it up to you know, hit us up over here over the next couple of days. Anybody that's still watching, still tuned in on this shit, hit us up over the next couple of days. Just shoot us some messages, whatever. You know, just spam them on the fucking the rerun on the YouTube page. Go slam it all over the YouTube page. Let us know what days you think we should run this, you know. So I think our options right now are, you know, run it now Thursdays, but I know we're up against JCW Lunacy, and I know Swill's on Tuesday. You know, I don't know if it's not like we're competition or nothing, you know, but let us know where you think we should be at on the schedule, and we'll start doing some weekly shows, you know, and bringing you a lot more content too. Now that we're slowly back up and running, and we'll be able to get a lot more dope custom content going for everyone here. So let us know what days where you think we should be at. We're partial to Thursdays, partial to Tuesdays. You know, Sunday might work. I don't fucking know. Saturday sure as fuck not, because we're all going to shows and doing shit. You know, and Tom's got to work at 9 to 5 and running all kinds of other businesses and, you know, making art for every organization across the country.
It's accurate, sadly. It is. But yeah, I want to make this thing fun for everybody, and I want to make it an effort for you to be able to join us, because I enjoy your input. I see all the comments over here from Cody and everybody else that I don't get a chance to like talk to during the show, but I would love to have this something that you guys can join us every week for and have some input and us be able to correspond with you and have a lot of fun, because that's what this is all about. It's about having fun. And trust me when I say, me and Ogre, if we weren't having fun doing this, after 7 years, we wouldn't be doing it still. But it's been fun. It's been fulfilling. It's been a dream come true, being able to meet so many people and have so many experiences over the time. And we've especially Ogre has invested a lot of money to make this happen. And,
time is money, man, and we've both sunk a lot of that into it.
Yeah.
It's no small amount of work on either of our sides. Like the website's about to drop, and you're about to get real busy, man. And once it comes to a lot more of the scheduling and logistics and figuring out all the other, the actual execution, that's when I get busy, so I'll sit around for the next couple months feeling like I'm not doing anything, like just panicking, while you're doing all the heavy lifting on that side, getting all our assets and everything squared away. And then, it's getting down the closer to the time of it, the more, real heavy lifting I feel like I got to be able to do, like I'm still panicking about it. That's why I keep cutting my hair so I can't pull it out anymore, but it's still, once I can get down to actually physically loading trucks and, building stuff and fucking getting hands on with, how it's all really going down, that's where I feel useful. I feel like I'm actually contributing, more than just, some thoughts,
So to you viewers that have not been to the float, like this part of Ogre that you enjoy so much, he's awesome. But when you come to the float, this is not the guy that's going to be there.
No,
he's going to be stone cold, and he is on par to make sure that this float goes on, and he takes it so serious. And
but I also won't be so well rested. That's the main part, so I love you all. Get out the way, I'm moving.
Well, good deal. Hey, it's been a great show. I think we should probably wrap it up. We've got so much more stuff that I'd like to talk about that we need to save for the future shows. It's going to be
right, and
over the next few months.
And then if we can really coordinate the times to do that, like we can make some pretty fly episodes for everyone here, like we can gussy this up a little bit for you guys, instead of just seeing my dumb ass sitting here jiggling around. We can actually have some celebrities ready to come on and scheduled in and have the time, and we can have some dope ass infomercials, and Drew's got all kind of fucking crazy ideas, and he's always cooking something up. So you know, yeah. As we go, we'll be able to make this put on quite a better production for you fine viewers out there. You know.
Yeah, we've got some great ideas. I think it's going to be this season leading up to the float's going to be a lot of fun. I think we've got some great ideas. If we can make them happen, it's going to be great. So look forward to that. So keep tuning in, whether it's Thursday night or if we need to change it to another night, we can do that. Let us know what your thoughts are. But anyway, we've got some.
Mr. Kitty is telling you to get him some food, man.
He's ready.
All right. You have a good night, Tom. Thank you, everyone. Much love. Whoa, whoa.
Whoop, whoop, everybody.
Well.